Hey everybody, welcome to the Like-Minded Lunatics channel. This is the supplementary episode of the Adventures of Heroman. I've got Todd right with me. Todd, how are you doing today?
Doing great, man. Doing good. I love the first half of this. I'm glad folks have seen and listened now to the first half. So I'm just excited for them to see the rest.
Yeah, no, I really like that we're doing just the supplementary here, just me and you, because it takes a turn after this. I don't want to blow anything, but the narrative takes a real a real turn from this point. And going from E2 to E3 is going to be, I think, a lot of fun for folks who have never heard this before.
Agreed, man. So when we were doing this the first time around, like we've said before, it was a podcast. And we had a lot of friends who didn't really know what podcasts were. People who, still, when we were doing the Hero Man stuff, my father was still alive. And he's the one who got me into radio dramas and stuff as a kid. And I kept telling him, Dad, you got to listen. You got to listen to this. You'd really like it. I think you'd think it's funny. And he'd go, what's this now? And he always loved technology. It wasn't like an old man mad at the phone kind of story. He just didn't. It was something, as soon as you heard the word podcast, it just turned off to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying you wanted to check out a video today that we filmed where we try to sort of tell people what podcasts are, right?
And it's so bad. I don't know if you've seen it in years. So we posted this in 2015. We hosted the podcast on a website that I had back then, and it was listed through iTunes and Google Play. And we had to figure out how to tell people how to download this thing. I even considered making business cards with QR codes on them that people could scan.
Yeah, I remember that.
You're right. People would, so where is it at? So do I buy it? Now, how do I get, no idea. And so we
even packaged them and sold them as audiobooks on Amazon, because we're trying, like, that's something people can wrap their head around, like book on tape or what have you.
Yeah, I wanted originally to give it away for free just to let people have it. But eventually we were like, you know what? Everyone keeps asking, can I just buy it on Amazon? Let's put it on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if that's going to help you to pay for it, then sure, fine.
Great.
Yeah. But yeah, this is, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you now, Todd. This is, let's see. So this was a commercial that we did back in 2015. And here we go. Hi, I'm Mark Gifford.
And I'm Todd Wright.
And we're the co-creators of the Adventures of Heroman, a really cool podcast that's going to be coming out really soon.
It occurs to us that some of you might not know what a podcast is.
I was so happy to be using those Apple effects on this.
Yeah.
I just immediately thought, you know what? I'm going to throw as many effects on this as I possibly can. And look at this asshole. I'm not even looking at the camera. I don't know what I'm looking at, but at least you know where your eye line is. Mine is apparently on the floor.
Well, we were at work. Folks should know we were at work. This is one of the rare semesters where we had the exact same office hours. So we got to hang out and talk for more than 5 minutes. There were semesters when we were writing, the Wade trilogy and the beginning of planning Hero Man, where we saw each other for literally 30 seconds in the hall. Said, hey, you know what? I wrote this scene. Did you check the Google Doc? No, I'll check it tonight. And we're walking. And that's all we got. And then run home and work a little bit and text a little bit joking. But semesters like I miss semesters like this when I see this video, because we were just sitting around. We're like, let's make a commercial.
And Mark, can you look at the camera? No, I can't. I can't look at the camera. Some of you may have never even heard the term or listened to a podcast.
That's right. So we're here to help you figure that out. Podcast is just like radio over the internet. You can watch them anytime you want.
Well, I mean, we're doing an audio podcast. Ours is an audio podcast.
So this is the first time we were cultivating these characters, and we're buddies in this. So we're sort of being ourselves, but you can start beginning to see the annoyed Mark, the put upon Mark, and the blind to the real world, what's actually happening, just with his own agenda shooting forward to whatever he wants in me there.
And that perpetual smile that's just drawn onto your face. It almost looks like a doll of some sort. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And, you know, we were joking before about, you know, my voiceover guy not being particularly smart, but being very excited. And I think I'm sort of trying to channel some of that here, which is you can see me smile at the camera and clearly not really know what's happening around me. You know,
there's a moment that I really like where you just ignore what I tell you. That's an ongoing joke that I think is just hysterical, where you act like I'm not speaking, and it just enrages me even further. All right, here we go.
yeah.
Yes, it's not a video. There are video.
But when are we filming the video part?
We've already recorded everything. We're doing an audio podcast. It's like an old school radio
As if, oh, sure.
That smile's fantastic.
show. It's an old school radio show that's about superheroes in modern times.
That's right. And what's really great about podcasts like The Adventures of Heroman is that they're quick, easy, and absolutely free.
It's not free. We're not charging for this?
No, it's absolutely free.
Well, how are we supposed to pay for server space? How are we supposed to pay for the hosting fees?
You know what I was thinking?
I like how you don't listen to anything that I'm saying. To me, that's always funny.
Right, like that the one we just did with where we showed, you know, Jim coming in. Hey, are we filming stuff today? And
Yes.
I'm looking at you, and I ask if you want to do the Meet the Creator stuff, and you're like, dude, it's not a video. And I just immediately turned to start looking at the stuff around your office. Oh, what's he got hanging up here? You know, this is inconvenient. I'm not going to listen to this.
It's at this point we could have like a graphic, like some kind of visual slide in, like it does in the news. And then when I show them how to use the iPhone, I could be like touching buttons.
We're not going to do that. At no point are we going to do that.
Okay.
You realize we do audio podcasts.
So when you're using your iPhone, all you have to do is hit the podcast app. From there, you search Hyper Literature Presents.
Do what?
Did you plan to do the head in your hands thing there?
I did not.
Because what I love about this is it's sort of like I think we might be saying that I have superpowers, or some kind of like, you know, like Bugs Bunny has this quality to him. Things refuse to go wrong, you know?
Right.
I think I just made that come up on the screen and am pushing buttons against your will.
So maybe in this one, there's a character who's being the director and doing that Bugs Bunny thing.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
or
that's it too.
we're pretending that I am tech savvy enough to be the director and I'm behind the scenes just doing whatever I want, which is far from true.
Yeah.
Presents. That will be the Adventures of Heroman podcast.
That's right. And you can do it on Android devices as well. You do have to download a podcast app.
Do you use Android?
Yes, I use Android. I have an Android phone.
I feel like I don't even know you.
You have to download a podcast app for the Android. I use Podcast Addict, and then you can download the newest episodes from Hyper Literature Presents.
Fantastic. And when you get there, do us a favor and hit subscribe.
That's right.
That way, every time a new episode comes out, you get it automatically on your device.
And that's free too?
Absolutely, Mark. So, look for the Adventures of Heroman soon on all podcast formats.
Okay.
You did try and smile at the end there. You were trying to.
I still didn't get the eye line right, though. Still didn't get the eye line right.
Well, we were new to all this.
Sure. I still have a problem with that. I posted this on Instagram, but for folks who don't know, whenever I'm doing something that I know I have to pay attention to the camera and look right down the barrel, I've got just a picture of Todd that I tape right there on the camera. And so he's looking right at me. Look at the camera, stupid, like right there. So that's a trick for folks who are working online all the time. I'll post this up. People want to print out Todd. You can put them right there on your camera.
Ooh, collectible. Collect them all. There's just one, but collect them all.
That's right.
And when we figure out when we become actual, entrepreneur capitalists and try to make money doing this stuff. We got all kinds of stuff in our heads about how this can work.
Marketing galore. Yeah.
Can you imagine playing cards that looked like that on the back there? Playing cards?
I would collect them. I would collect cards of myself.
Absolutely. And like they used to do like horror movies when they would come out, it was just like memorable scenes from the movie.
Yes.
You know, hologram cards and things.
So
we should wrap, by the way.
Okay.
I haven't been paying attention to the time. I had one job.
So we've got 2 more episodes left. Next week, we're going to have A Better Man is the subtitle of next week's. And then the final episode is subtitled Too Many Heroes. So I'm excited. Next week is probably my favorite episode, I think. There's a scene there that we'll talk about maybe in 2 weeks. But any wrap up for us, Todd?
No, 3 is my favorite also, with 4 right behind it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was fun. Please make sure to like the things that you like. And remember, if you hit that down thumb thing, that tells YouTube not to suggest our stuff. So if you don't like our material, there's tons of stuff out there. Just go watch that stuff. Just watch that stuff.
I mean, don't tell them to watch that stuff.
Well,
definitely.
Right, but don't give us the thumbs down.
But yes, but I think what our mission should be is show them they're wrong.
Right.
For not liking us.
Okay.
Because we're objectively clever, funny, and interesting. Anyway, I'll quit talking. What he's saying is like it or walk away.
That's it. Exactly that. All right, folks. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.